Welcome back, you guys. I am so excited for today's video because I picked up the Morally Gray collection from Bella Beauty Bar, and I'm excited to share my thoughts and like how I created this look. But I also got the expansion set from Singe Beauty, and I have thoughts on those as well. So if you want to hear everything I got to say and see how I created this look, then just keep watching. If this is your first time here, hi, my name is Heather and I love all things makeup, especially colorful makeup and indie brands. And if you guys love those things too, I really hope you will subscribe. And don't forget to turn on your notifications so you don't miss any of my new uploads, because there's so much good stuff coming. I cannot wait. My DD signature release will be here tomorrow and I cannot wait to pick that. To start filming with that. I'm like all over the place. So before we get into the Bella Beauty Bar collection, I do touch on the Singe Beauty brushes at the end. And one thing when I first got into makeup that I wish I would have found a video on is eye brushes and the uses for them, like why I like certain brushes. And in this video at the end, I do go over like which brushes from the Singe Beauty line are my top favorites, and I do explain why and all of the things in case you guys are interested in hearing my thoughts on that. But I'm so excited about the new ones. So now we got to dig into the Morally Gray collection. I've actually already filmed this once, but I called it the Fatally Yours. That's the Melt Bailey Sarian collab. I don't know what my brain was doing, but I do have a code with Bella Beauty Bar, and it is AOML, and it will save you 10%. It is affiliated, so if you use it, I really do appreciate it. I did pick up this collection on my own. I do not get PR from Bella Beauty Bar at this very moment. When I do, you will know instantly because I will lose my mind with excitement. I love them so much. They're one of my top favorites. But now let's get into the collection and I will shut up. So we have this really cute 9-pan palette, and it retails for $42 US. It's giving like soft glam, smoky glam vibes, and I'm here for it, guys. So you do get 5 mattes and 4 really, really beautiful shimmers. Hopefully you guys enjoy the swatches and everything. But not only that, we have 2 highlighters. The first one is the shade Morally Gray. This one retails for $25, and it's like this really, really pretty like purple toned highlighter. So for me, it's like pinky, like a rose gold almost. So for me, this would never work as a highlighter. So today I did use it as a blush topper situation that I really actually love. And then next we have the Skin of a Killer, which retails for $22 US. And I have this one on as a highlighter, and I do have some thoughts. So I'm excited to demo all this out for you guys and show it to you. But the last piece of the collection is the Contradiction Duochrome Loose Pigment, and this one retails for $14 US. And in the hand swatches that I showed you, this one is like towards the top of my hand, like towards the fingers, just so it doesn't get all mixed up and stuff. I probably should have swatched it separate, but I wasn't thinking clearly. But I love this look. I think it turned out so, so pretty, and I'm excited to show you guys how I got here, share my thoughts on this collection and the brushes. So let's go ahead and get into it. Well, hello. So I made a post on my community tab and told you guys that I got 3 collections coming the same day, and which ones did you guys want me to create a look with first. And honestly, they were all like pretty neck and neck, but apparently the postage decided for us because they sent this one first. But I'm so excited to play with it. You guys know Bella Beauty Bar is one of my top favorite brands, so I'm ready to dig in. So the blush is Blushing for real, and I used 2 GLAMINATRIX blushes. I mentioned recently that I did pick up more shades, and the deeper shade of the 2, which is like more back here, is the shade Kind, and then I did some of Nurture like towards the front, and I love it. So because this is a smaller collection and I do have a lot coming to me right now, I am only going to do one look with this. So I want to try to use as much of it as I can. So I'm going to do both highlighters, but I'm going to do this one more as a like blush topper situation. Not this one, the Morally Gray, that one. This one actually came a little squished, but I was able to like press it back down. I think it's going to be fine, but they're really pretty. I don't know if this one, like the deeper of the two, would like really work for me as a highlighter. So that's why I planned on using it as more of a like blush situation. So we're going to try that, and I'm going to do it using my Sigma 40 large angled contour brush. And just dip in. This is like really glittery though, so if you don't like a glittery, like you see, situation, you might not like these highlighters. I wouldn't say glittery, but it's not like smooth. You know what I mean? However, it does look really beautiful on the cheek. Now I'm going to use my F03 from Sigma. It's like a highlighting brush, and we're going to go into Skin of a Killer. I'm glad someone created it. But this looks like it's going to be like really reflective as well. I'm actually going to use my finger first and just kind of focus it right here. And then I will go in with the brush and blend. It does have like that sheer base that we all love about a highlighter. I rarely ever find one anymore that's got like a white base. But that is really, really pretty. I'm going to take a little more and just dab it there. That way it has like that point where you always see the glow. I like the look of that a lot. I think that one is really pretty. They are like really wet looking, which I love in a highlighter too. I don't mind a shimmery or like a highlight that's not smooth, like a really reflective, beaming type of glimmering highlight. I don't mind that at all. So it would just like be off of, you know, your preference. If you have the Bella Beauty Bar Oracle Chrome palette, this one is a lot smoother than that one. That formula is more flaky. But I think that's really, really pretty. So I wanted to let you guys know, I'll have both of these lip pencils in my description box. And the reason why is because I layered them. I wanted a pink, so I went in with the Makeup Forever Artist Color Pencil in the shade Boundless Berry, but I also wanted it to be cool toned, so I went over it with Khaki from Unearthly Cosmetics, and I like the color of it. It's going with the vibe that I really wanted for this look. So I am excited to create a look with this palette. So yesterday I actually filmed the full face of drugstore makeup. This one will probably be up first though. But I talk about what happened to me yesterday in that video. I had a Tom and Jerry moment. You can kind of still see like the bruise and the knots on my forehead. So if you're not familiar with Tom and Jerry, like Tom is always chasing Jerry, and in one of the episodes he like steps on a rake and it like comes up and plops him in the head. Well, I did that. I went to trip over my pants and a cord laying in the floor. Whoever says beauty rooms are cute when you film, I would love to know like how they do it, because my room is covered in cords and it drives me nuts. Anyways, I stepped on the side of my tripod that one of my lights is on and I broke it, but it like bent and then the light just came up and like hit me so hard in the forehead. It hurt so freaking bad. Now I am gonna have to try to figure out a way to like rig it, or I'm gonna have to buy another tripod, which sucks, but I guess you had to be there. It was funny, but it really hurt. Like I was not expecting that to happen. But anyways, I'm gonna shut up. We're gonna get into the look. So this is really, really pretty. Is it my favorite color story they've released? No, but it is like a soft, sultry, type of palette, and I feel like it could be really good for like quick looks that are still like really impactful and beautiful. So we're gonna give it a try and see. So I think to start it out, oh, and I did get the other Singe Beauty brushes in today, and we're gonna use them. This is like what the full set looks like, but I am so excited to have this one. It's probably the most exciting one to me out of the new set, and maybe this one, because I think this one might actually replace my brush I always use from Glamlite, and that one's not available. So if I could find another one that I like that, I would be super excited. So we're gonna dig in. And typically I do like to use my Sigma brushes as well. Like my E27 is one of my top favorites. The E30, the like larger blending brush. I have a lot of favorites from them. But I do want to see if I can like create a full look with just these brushes for this like video. That's the goal. But also, I mentioned in that video, I am now a Sigma affiliate, and I'm so freaking excited. They sent me an email and asked me if I wanted to become one, and I was so excited. It's such a dream come true. It's like, oh my God, it's such a pinch me moment. Like Heather from a few years ago who was relapsed and like going through everything that I've been through would never in a million years believe that she would be here right now. And I owe so much of that to you guys. So thank you so much for supporting me throughout this whole journey. It truly, words could never like truly express how grateful I am to have all of you in my life. But I'm gonna start out with the shade Moral Compass. And I just want to like do this here. I might just do a full-on matte inner corner today. And like this shade is like perfectly like pigmented for that. It's like really nice. But yeah, I'm so excited. I can't believe it. It's so crazy. And they're supposed to be sending me some stuff so I can like try out more stuff from them, but I do have a lot of things from them I like, such as their brushes are some of my top favorites. I use them like in every single look I do. Usually off camera is when I do my face brushes though. This one is my favorite. It is the Multitasker, the F47, and I really enjoy that. This one is really nice too for like those cream products. I have tons from them that I really, really love a lot. So I feel like it fits, you know? I also have a lot of their blush products. I have a bronzer, but I'm definitely excited to try out more. So now I think we will do the E02. And I want to go into this shade. I can't read it. It's like very skinny font. But I just want to put this here. And you know, this looks probably going to turn out like full on smoky. The shimmers in this are stunning. This reminds me of a shade from the Amy Loves palette. These two are so delicious. This is like one of the most impactful holochromes I've ever seen. So I'm excited to play with those for sure. Book Babe Designs, who does like the really cool like t-shirts about like books and fantasy reading and stuff that I really love, just had a new launch, and I looked down and I have something on my shirt. But they just had a new launch, and they released, I got strangled. They released a bunch of like Valentine's Day stuff, but they also re-released a bunch of their like bestsellers, and I picked some up, and this one is really cute. It's like a crossword, and it's like enemies to lovers, and it's been fitting because I have been finishing reading Fourth Wing, or the new book in the Fourth Wing. I keep forgetting what it's called. But I let my friend borrow it, and I'm so excited for her to read it. She just read Fourth Wing, like the first one, and I sent her the other two, and I think she's going to love them. It makes me so excited. I'm so happy that I have someone in my everyday life to share reading with. It's so exciting to me. Okay, so now I think I want to dip into this shade. It's more of like that mauve-y type of color. And I want to focus this out here. And this is one of the new brushes, the F08. And I like the shape of this a lot. It reminds me so much of that one. It's kind of like the F06, but it's not as, this one's more like short bristles and it feels denser. This one's more flowy, so you could really do it for, like, use it for packing and blending. I mean, you could the other one too. This one will like sheer the color out, where this one will really like pack it on. You see how you got that deeper color? I am a firm believer that, like, your tools, I'm going to switch to the F03 because I do want to take this up higher. But I am a firm believer that your tools, like, are, an eyeshadow palette is only as good as the tools you use to apply it. If you don't have, like, good brushes, then it makes it harder to apply eyeshadow. And I'm not saying you need to run out and buy the Singe Beauty brushes, although I do recommend them. But, I mean, there are other good brushes, like at drugstore prices. I've had some from Profusion that I've loved, that ColourPop has some that are more affordable that I do like. There's so many different brands. BH Cosmetics has some good brushes. Moda has good brushes. Like, there's tons. Real Techniques as well. But I will say, if you are someone with like hooded eyes and stuff, it is hard to find smaller detail brushes. And that's one of the things that I love about the Singe Beauty and Sigma brushes, is they do have more detailed brushes. Okay, so now I want to move on. I do like the heart-shaped pans as well. It wasn't fun to swatch because I have fat fingers, but they are super cute. I do like them. So, but next, I do want to dip into this shade, Shades of Gray. We love that. And I want to just pack this here. This is with the F08. I'm going to have to like learn the numbers of the new brushes. It makes me happy that somebody who has hooded eyes started their own brand, who not only has hooded eyes, but also I feel like has a vast knowledge of makeup and the beauty community, and she loves color, but respects all forms of it at the same time. And I'm glad that she like started her own brand, because I feel like she has a knowledge of what the community is lacking and missing, and she's able to give that to us, and that makes me excited. The E11 is another one I'm really excited for. This is like the tiny pencil brush, and I'm just going back into that same shade, Shades of Gray, and I just want to run this along the lower lash line. This has been a size brush that I personally was missing in the collection, so I'm really happy that she brought it. She came out with it. Now I'm going to switch over to the E10. This is the same concept as the pencil, just bigger. And I'm going into that same shade where it is tighter and more densely packed. You can get more like straightaway pigment and really like pack on the color, but where it has like that dome shape, you can still really easily blend. Now I'm going back into Mixed Feelings, which is that more mauve shade, and I'm just using this to blend on the edges of everything. And I think I actually want to take like some of that pink around this side as well. So I'm going to do that with the E03. And by pink, I mean this pink. This is super cute. I am excited for this look. And obviously, like, I feel like you could do some really quick, like, one and done types of looks with this palette as well. And even though I have used all of the shades except for one so far, this is like a softer type of look. Now, if you want something more deep and vampy, you could start with the deepest shade in the palette and work your way up. So now I'm doing Not a Hero, and I'm doing that on the E10. I'm curious to see if Angie's gonna do a expansion on the face brushes as well. So I just packed that black in, and now with no extra product, only what was on the brush, I am using the E08 to blend. One of you guys commented that you wanted like a ranking on the quads I have or the 9 pants. So that's my like plan to film that after this. And I'm really excited. That was a really good idea. Now I'm taking that teeny tiny pencil brush again, and I went into Not a Hero. And I'm just really deepening up this outer corner. And I love it. It's so pretty. So I didn't even use like all the brushes. I didn't use the E04, the E05, or the E07. I do plan on using the E12. Oh, and I haven't used this one yet either. So I mostly just wanted to focus on the new ones because I already know like how I feel about the others, and I definitely have some favorites. And even though this video isn't technically about Singe Beauty, maybe I'll like go over the brushes, the eye brushes at least, and share like what my favorites are and why they are my favorites. Maybe that could be helpful in case, you know, you guys are in the market for some brushes. I also picked up this one. It's Contradiction. It's the loose one that went with this, but I don't know if I'm going to use it or not. But for now, we're going to do the Bella Beauty Bar Shimmer Stay. It is my favorite. Highly recommend. I love it. And we're going to try out the E08. And I like the size of this. I also enjoy like how dense it is, and like look how pointed you could make that too. I think that's really nice. Really good for like glitter glues, probably glitters, cut creases, stuff like that. Now the question is, what are we doing? Like, what do I want to put on the eye? Let's do some little swatches. Like, it's so beautiful. Very impactful as well. That was the shade Complex Motivations. And then here we have Bittersweet. So pretty. And then what else? Oh, Indecisive is pretty too. It's like kind of has like that toppery base. Really gorgeous. And then last, Not a Villain. I love Not a Villain, and we are definitely using that. Like, I don't know, overlook my nails. I have been swatching a lot today. It's so pretty. So pretty. I just love the rainbow like glitter reflex in them. And while I'm at it, let's swatch this one as well. I did look at it to see like what it looked like, but I didn't really swatch it yet. That's really pretty. Wow. Okay, I'm gonna pause and do some swatches up close of this so I can pop them up in the beginning of the video, but those are beautiful. I don't know what I want to do yet, so I also need to take a second for that as well. I want to go in with Not a Villain because, I mean, how could I not? It is so pretty. Like, how many times do I have to show you guys the swatch? I can't help myself. And that does not disappoint. That is stunning. And I love a smoky outer corner. I mean, it was already smoky, but now, what's next? So I'm torn. I think I'm going to do this one, this shade called Bittersweet. It's so pretty. And I think I want to do this like in the center. Yes. Yes, I love that one. I like it even more like than the first one. That is stunning. Wow. I freaking love this brand. They made me so happy. Okay, then I want to do this shade, Indecisive. It's really pretty, but for this one I do want to use the E09. It does pick up really nicely as well. Nothing picks better up. Nothing picks up better than the E01 though. Like, that brush is incredible. Okay, so now I want to take more of Bittersweet and just kind of tap to mesh the two, and I think that is super pretty. I'll probably do a little bit of Bittersweet down here as well, but I'm not sure yet. Because next, I do want to use some of the pigments. I've been enjoying collecting these lately. If you have any favorite loose pigments, let me know. I would love to hear your thoughts because I have been enjoying them. So for this, I do want to use my E01. And I might need to use this setting spray. I used this one on my face today, but I forgot to do setting spray. I was getting ready to say I needed setting spray for the shade I wanted to use for this loose pigment, but I didn't want to use this one because it will like mess with it, but this does make your skin really glowy and it smells very good. But for the pigment, I think I want to use this Makeup Forever setting spray. And look at the E01. I love her. This might be my favorite Singe Beauty brush. Yeah, that's pretty. I don't know if it goes with like what I was trying to create, but it is pretty. I don't know. It's beautiful, like I said, but I might cover up a lot of that because it doesn't really fit the vibe that I was going for. So I'm going to go in with Indecisive and just kind of tap over majority of that. And then I'll do Bittersweet and just bring Bittersweet in further. And I like that a lot more. So I'm going to clean off the E01, even though I have a second. I guess I could have just pulled out another. I'm lazy. I don't want to wash more brushes than I have to. But I want to dip into Bittersweet. It's probably my favorite shimmer. It's so pretty. And then we will spray. That is so pretty. I'm going to pull out the other E01 because I want to dip back into more of this and re-brighten the inner corner. That purple kind of made it deeper than what I wanted. So we will stick to mostly matte in the inner corner today. And last, I want to use the teeny tiny pencil brush and go back into the shade black, the black shade, Not a Hero. And and just make sure that outer corner situation is blended in nicely with the mattes. But I love how this turned out. It's very glamorous in my opinion. I can't wait to see like what it looks like though. So I'm gonna go finish this look off camera and I'll be right back. And I'm excited to show you guys the finished look. I am back with the finished look. So I changed my lip product. I did the same lip liner combo, but I used the blushes as my lip product because they are a lip and cheek. The first time I tried it, I didn't like it, but I actually think I do like it now. I've actually been on the phone, so I've been wearing it for a bit, and I think it looks really good. The first time I didn't like it because it had a taste, but these ones didn't. The one I'm talking about is Lavish, the one that I felt like had a taste, but anyways, I think they're beautiful and it kind of goes with the whole vibe once you guys see. And again, with the little heart earrings, I love them so much. They're so cute. They're from House of Harlow, I'm pretty sure. So for liner, I used the Melt liner in the shade Nightshade. I'm pretty sure this is from the first Bailey Sarian collection, but I did a graphic liner moment, and I will say this brush did make it easier because you can kind of like hold your arm down and then you have like balance, so it's not like so wobbly. So if you're bad with liner, I think you might like this because I'm terrible at it, and it turned out really, really nice. I'm super excited. So I also added some stuff to the inner corner. I added Skin of a Killer to brighten up a little bit, and I think it turned out really cute. I am also wearing the Lashes in Adorn, one of my favorites from Bright Lash. I love them. And for liner in the waterline, I did mostly Nightshade, and then in the inner part I did Good Reef, which is no longer for sale, which is why I just made an Ulta order and ordered a bunch of like different liners. I want to try a bunch of different ones from different brands. That way I can try to find out like which ones are good, which ones I like. So I'm excited to do that. So now my thoughts on the collection. This is the really good formula that I know and love from Bella Beauty Bar. I love them. They're one of my top favorite brands. One of their palettes ranked as #1 in my 2024 palette ranking, but this is beautiful. So the only shade I did not use is this shade right here, but I mean it feels, and it's like I'm very familiar with their formula, so I'm comfortable in saying that that is good quality as well. I love their mattes because they are pigmented, really easy to blend. They layer so you can get dimension with just a shade, and I love that. And their shimmers are out of this world in my opinion. They're one of my favorites. So this is like you could do like soft glam, smoky glam. Like there's tons of different ways that you can take this. You could use like 1 or 2 mattes on in the crease and 1 shimmer on the lid. So there is some type of variation you could get out of this palette, and I'm happy that I have it. The packaging is not my favorite. I don't know, it's just not me, but I don't really care about that. It's great quality and I love the palette. So I really like the Skin of a Killer highlighter. It's really beautiful and sparkly, and I think I'm gonna get like a lot of use out of this as like a blush topper situation. So I'll probably end up like putting that in my blush drawer, but you have to like a sparkly highlighter to like those products. I'm just being 100 with you guys. If you don't like a sparkly highlighter, I mean, it won't be your favorite. You can clearly see like what type of formula it is by just looking at my face. But all in all, I had so much fun. So now let's talk about the Singe Beauty brushes. And I'm only going to talk about the eye brushes. I've told you guys I wanted to share like my favorites. So as for the new ones, let me pull those out. It's not fair to say I have a favorite of any of those just yet because I haven't gotten to use them enough, but there's not a single brush in this that I don't like. or that I don't see like becoming a important step in my routine. I think they're all wonderful. They all serve a different purpose. I really love like how little and tiny this pencil brush is. It's like one of the most precise ones I have, at least with the dome tip. I really appreciate that because you can like pack on color, but you can also blend it out. Same with this one. This one is really adding a lot to my collection because this reminds me so much of my favorite from Glamlite. I love the shape of this so much because it allows you to pack while blending on. And then I feel like the E06 is kind of an extension of the E08 or vice versa. I mean, it is an extension release, but I really do enjoy those. So, and this one's nice as well, but I usually do use my finger to apply my shimmers. So I would probably only use this for like inner corner stuff or to apply the glitter glue. But now out of the old ones, my most reach for ones from what she already had are the E03. I love this blending brush. It's the brush I always use for the lightest shade in my look. And I really enjoy the E06. It's good for like packing on color and blending as you go. It is more like dense and the bristles are a little shorter than the new one, the E08, but I like them both for different reasons. They both kind of do the same thing, but if you were to pack on color with the E06, you would get a deeper, darker amount of like pigment than you would this one. It just depends on what like you're trying to do, and I love that. So one thing I always I've told my mom because she didn't know a lot about eyeshadow, neither did I. I kind of learned it first and I've tried to help her. And one way I've explained brushes to her, at least in the way that I use them, typically the smaller the brush, the darker the color, the bigger the blush, the lighter the color. And like the lighter the blend, if that makes sense. So I really do enjoy that one as well. The E01 might be my favorite eye brush from them. This picks up the most difficult shimmers to pick up, and like it's just such a good brush. It is tapered. It starts tapering from the center and works its way out. It's so great for inner corner, for lower lash line. This is like a multi-purpose brush, and I love the E04 mostly for the lower lash line and even like packing on some color here in the outer corner. And again, I told you guys about the detail brushes. If you're looking for like tiny detail blending brushes, the E02 and E05 are truly where it's at. And then next we have the E07. Yeah. And I like to use this to like kind of get up real close to the lashes and really like smoke out that lower lash line. But again, I'm sure you could use this for many things. It would also be really good to cut the crease as well. But those are my thoughts on the eye brushes. I love them, and I'm super glad that not only she released them, but that I was able to pick them up. I love them so much. I have 2 sets of the first launch and the second, and now I have 1 set of this one. I wanted to like see how I feel about it, which ones I really use the most, and then I wanted to add more to it. I also have a second set of the face brushes as well because I really love those, but my favorite of everything is the FO2. This is the best concealer brush ever that I have ever used. It gives you full coverage and it blends so beautifully. I love it. I love it so much. But that is my thoughts on all of this stuff. I am getting a lot of notifications and I'm so sorry for that, but I actually have some exciting news I wanted to share. I did share, I think, in my full face of drugstore video, but I think this one will be going up sooner. So my news is I got invited to the Creators and Friends event that is happening in Florida, and I am so excited. I've never been to Florida, but more than anything, I'm excited that I get I get to meet like more creators, some of my favorite creators, and we get to hang out for a few days. It's going to be a blast. I do plan on vlogging if I can get over my shyness for a minute, but I am super excited and so honored. I cannot believe I got invited. But thank you guys for all your love and support, because you are the reason that all of these wonderful things are happening to me. And I could never ever thank you enough. Truly, never ever. So thank you so very much. I love you guys. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. It really does help me out. And until next time, bye.